Got some more info that's going to be going around. Flight radar says that there was a flight, a private airport, 12 minutes from the shooting. And we have video now of a guy climbing down off the roof. It's supposedly the same one I was in the picture. Drops his gun in the forest somewhere. They found the weapon. They said on top of the roof there was, looks like some type of trans paraphernalia on top of the roof, like stickers or whatever. Notably, 30 minutes into the flight, it disappeared from ADS. It turned off its radar illegally. Okay? Turned off its radar. Did they fly the shooter in and fly him out? Okay? That's the question. Because we got information out here now that, you know, is looking like maybe it was a hit. I say none of this stuff seems real. Again, the world is a stage. We know that, but it was a kill box. If you look at it from a tactical situation, how he was sitting and all those rooftops and nobody monitored anything. Were there signals given by his protection team that was up underneath the tent? Now, many of you guys say that buddy wasn't all that Christian. You know, throwing up the Baphomet hand signals. Okay. Speaking against Israel. And I just proved by the scriptures that the things that folks speak against Israel about are commandments of God. About Gaza. So, I mean, there's so many moving parts, right? And we just got to figure out of all the moving parts, which one take gas and oil. There's a lot of moving parts just moving and they don't take gas and oil. They just moving through centrifugal force. But what's moving those, okay? Is this the wheels with the gas and the oil? Why is a jet flying out? And it's wild because the same area that it's flying out of, it's the same area that I mentioned on video today about the earthquakes, Provo, Utah, that whole area. Okay, now on my earthquake map, that thing is rumbling and shaking as well. Whether or not they feel anything, I know what the map is showing. And again, the whole West Coast is vibrating. But why is there a mysterious plane leaving the scene of the crime? Did Nancy Pelosi, did Schumer, any one of these jokers have anything to do with this? Because this is, when you follow the paper trail, you go back to who funded it. Now okay, so here's the thing. Upon investigation, when you follow out, it's because this took money. Okay? Whoever ran this had money. They wasn't making $17 an hour. They was making more like $80,000 an hour. You dig? For a plane to be waiting for you as your way of escape. I'm not saying anything. What I always say, I'm just gathering up the pieces and trying to figure out what's going zones. Because none of this, and I'm gonna say it again, makes any sense. And all the plans of the elite, these dark forces, you can't hide from God. Ain't nothing done under the sun that won't be exposed. You're going to get sloppy somewhere, like most of them do. Or you might have somebody within the inside who starts leaking info. Okay, so we got a jet busting up, flying out. Not that long. So did he hop in a car? What was waiting on the guy? Was he on that plane? Or, now I'm not gonna, that's way out there, but because if it's this a ruse, okay, and Buddy ain't passed, and it was a setup, was that him on the plane getting up out? Now they got the nerve to be showing you the casket of this man coming off the plane this is all theater, and you better be watching this like you watch a regular TV show. Okay, don't get emotionally invested in this, because this is wickedness. The mystery of it is working. A plane leaves out, y'all. 20 minutes after the assassination, and it wasn't that far from the shooting. It was a private airport, and it turned off its transponder. Why would you do that if you ain't got nothing to hide? What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? What's really happening? Okay. Wow, there he is on top of the roof. They showed the guy coming down. They got him, and they're gonna find him. But see here, if it goes cold, if the trail goes cold and they don't find anything else after this, then there is somebody up top higher than the people reporting, and they're gonna be told to stand down. We don't know where he is, and I bet you apples to oranges and bananas and peaches and grapes that the next time you see a picture of this dude, just like all the rest of these pictures, it's not going to be the same cat. Every picture of some idiot that goes and does this, they put an initial picture up, and then when they say they got him, and you don't never hear from these people, you don't never get to hear them talk, you don't never get to hear them say why they did what they did. And then the next following few days or a week later, here's the picture of the suspect. Hold up, buddy, that ain't the same cat. Especially when they went into that one dude that went into the movie theater years ago in Colorado. Then they had the nerve to show a picture of another person that was not him. And people went for it. Yeah. No, that ain't Buddy. That's a different dude. So the dude that they showing on video, and they got still pictures of him, okay, I guarantee. And they didn't get a picture of dude's face because he had a hat on, his head was down. And then you got this chick, Anastasia Casey, who I can't find pictures of on all my private web browsers. Supposedly, she was the one that wrote this book about him being shot. And the book was published on Amazon, right? And then they pulled it. They pulled the book. All links linking back to it are no longer available. Okay? They pulled it. And then when I go to look and see who this chick is, I can't find any pictures of her, of this chick. So, what's going on, folks? What's going on? So, I'm sorry, that was my son calling me. I had to pick him up from work. So, the plane disables its radar. 20 minutes after the shooting, it takes off from a private. Whoa. So, I'm telling you, there are entities at work. Okay? And if they're reporting, we already know that the government likes to give out scripts to people, and they put them on TV. Operation Lockstep. This new paper that came out about 3i. And in the dossiers, they say, do not tell the public of the real. This is what you tell them. Okay? This is fascinating to me in a way because I feel like this is what is JFK all over again. Okay? I believe this investigation is going to stop. If that shooter was on the plane, this investigation ain't going no further. Okay? Or the picture that they produce is going to be a picture of somebody that is not the same shooter in the still pictures. Stay prayed up.